Happy Tuesday. Hopefully you remember today's Tuesday. Happy yoga. We are going to get started in about 2 minutes. We do not need any props today, just you and your mat and an open mind. And you can start in whatever position you want. How about that? Basically showing that any and all starting positions are good positions. Okay, 7 o'clock on the dot. Let's get started. All right, so pick the position of your choice, whatever you want. And we're just gonna close our eyes and do our body scans and gratitude lists and intentions and whatever way that kind of grounds us and gets us ready for practice. Today we're going to do a little balance work, so maybe balance is something that you want to work on today in practice and life. We can make this as big or as small as a goal as we want. Remember, today is the start of the Rock Your Resolution Challenge. Hopefully you have an appointment set up with your resolution coach if it's something you haven't done yet and you want to. Send an email to fitness@miter.org and we'll get you started. Right, another 1 more minute here in the position of your choice. And then we're going to all end up together laying on your right side. So you want your head and neck as relaxed as it can be. And we're going to have our top leg pointed out. Our bottom leg can be wherever it wants to be. And all we're just going to do is just lift and lower and just kind of pulse that leg up and down a little bit. Just warming things up. And go a little forward and back. circle motion from the hips going one way and going the other way. And then bring that foot back, grab it, and do a quad stretch, the front of our thigh. So we're stretching out. We'll take that bottom leg and bring it on in like you're curled up into a ball. And then release, and take that top leg, bend it, and open it up behind this other leg. All we're just doing is pointing that knee straight up towards the ceiling. And then bring that leg in front of the other leg, and the same thing, just point that knee up to the ceiling. And release, and then just move around that ankle a little bit. Some little creaks and cracks. And then we're gonna flip that over, other side. So, relax your head and neck. I'm keeping it up just so I can make sure that I'm in frame. And we're just gonna lift and lower that leg. And forward and back. And some circles one way. And the other. Okay, bring that foot back. Quad stretch on that top leg. Okay, and bend that bottom knee in, so we're in a little bit of a ball. And release, bring that leg behind and point that knee up towards the ceiling. And then bring that leg in front. Point that knee up towards the ceiling. And then straighten that leg and move around that ankle. Make sure it gets just as much love as the other side. And release. Use your top arm to push yourself up to seated. And you can just come to a cross-legged position. We're just gonna warm up our body a little bit. So we're just gonna roll our shoulders back and down. And front and down. Give ourselves a big hug and bring those elbows up high. So you may think balance maybe is just an ankle coordination or a lower body coordination. Balance is like our whole body. and switch. If anything is off kilter from what your body thinks it should be, you have problems with your balance. So you want to make sure that everything's nice, warm, and good to go before we start our balance poses. And release, take one arm, bring it behind. And it's just gonna, you can see it back here, it's popping out. Sitting up nice and tall. So my arm is like this, just behind me. Just open up, pull back, shoulders down, neck nice and tall, all that fun stuff. Okay, other side, same thing. And of course, one side's going to be more open than the other, one side's going to be able to reach a little bit more, all that sort of stuff. You know that by now, but just, even though you know that, sometimes you just need a gentle reminder, especially in the morning when your body's kind of like, not really sure if I want to do that. Or at the end of the day, your body's like, do you know what I just did all day? Your body's constantly talking to you. Whether you have the time and energy to listen, it's a different story. Okay, so now we're gonna go and we're gonna do this motion behind. Reaching up towards the opposite shoulder blade. Okay, other side, switch it out. And then tricep. Point that elbow straight up towards the ceiling. Switch it out. And release. Okay, good L shape. Let's start with the nice and easy balance on all fours. And we'll go from there. So we're gonna be on all fours. And all we're gonna do is our little fire hydrants, which just means literally exactly what you think it means. You're gonna have a nice flat back, you're gonna be here on all fours. Your hands are gonna be spread nice and wide, and your weight is all the way across your foot, knee, and lower leg. So I'm gonna take my right leg up, and I'm gonna bring it out to the side. So I'm gonna come up. I don't wanna tap down unless I need to, and then come back up. So I'm going down all the way, but my weight is not actually touching the floor. So see how you're doing with just the three body parts touching the ground. Let's do two more. Okay, same thing, other side. Get set up, left leg up and down. Now we're trying to keep our body relatively square. We're not lifting our whole hip socket out of place. Two more. and relax. You can sit back on your heels for a second. We're gonna go through that one more time, and we're gonna add in a kick. So we're doing that motion, but we're gonna add in an alternate motion to see how that's feeling. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna come up, you're gonna kick out, you're gonna come back in, and you're gonna come back down. That's the motion for today. Make sure you're not going to kick anything. Always a pro. And make sure your back is nice and flat. And the same thing, we want to keep our hips relatively square. They will move up a little bit, but I don't want that going on. Okay, we're gonna do 10, we're gonna do 10 slowly. Okay, let's lift up for 1. 2. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. All right, get situated. Other side. Lift up, kick out, come in and down. 2. 3. 4. 7. 8. 9. 10. Beautiful. Come on back. Sit back on your heels. Grab a drink if you want. And just shake out that upper body a little bit. Okay, so hopefully that felt good to you. We'll move on. Change things around. Add in a little different posture for balance. Okay, so we're going to lean forward. We're going to sit back on our heels, but our toes are going to be tucked under. And we're going to be here in a toe stand. So right now my butt is literally like right on top of my heels. And if I'm ready, I'm going to put one hand on my thigh and the other hand on my thigh. And I'm going to have a nice flat back. So can we balance here? How are we doing? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down and nice and slow. Roll all the way up to standing. If you want to do a nice little back bend. In the words of Yoga with Adrienne, find what feels good. Okay, so standing balance. All we're just going to do, first of all, is just lift up, toes on the ground, knees bent. We're back here in this little modified mountain pose. And then switch up the foot, so our toes just touching. So we're not totally balancing. We are balancing somewhat, but our foot is still on the ground. And relax. Other side, can we lift it up and just maybe like that much off the ground? I don't want to do it on top of, well, actually it's not too bad on the white shirt, but it's better on the blue. Okay, let's lift it on up. Mountain. A little bit harder with the balance. Tap it down. Other side. And come down and relax. We're gonna do it one more time. This time we're gonna bring that knee up as high as we feel comfortable going. Our knees are gonna be straight. We're not gonna be doing any weird, and I shouldn't say weird, those are not weird. Those are just not what we're gonna do today's class. So just a high knee, and I would like you to keep that leg as parallel to the floor as you can. So if you start it here, try not to let it drop. If you start it here, try not to let it drop. I want you to start with the one that's bad, is in the one that you have less range of motion with, so you can have your limited range of motion match your not limited range of motion. We're gonna hold it for 20 seconds. So if you need to top down, bring that foot down and then come back up. All right, so up and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. How did you do? Same thing. Other leg. Lift one up and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Come on down. All right, now we're going to add in a little bit of movement. So we're going to lift that leg up to where it was, open it up, tap it down, come on in, tap it down. We're going to do 5 to the one side, 5 to the other side. And then we're going to go back again and see if we can remove that tap down. We'll see what happens. But we're all going to tap down first. Okay, 5 to side A. Tapping down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Immediately go to the other side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right back to the other side. See if we cannot touch down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting hard. 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. We're going to do that through one more time. It may make it better. It may make it worse, but you know what? It's fine. We're opening up our hips. We're working on our balance. So even if we have to tap down literally every time, it's still fine. Tapping down for the first 5, not tapping down for the second 5. Set yourself up for success. Try to make sure that you're on something that has some squish to it, like a yoga mat or a carpet, but is not crazy squishy, like a big piece of foam or a Bosu ball or something like that. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side, don't touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Take a break. I'm ready to go to some warrior 3s and some trees. Okay, so we're not going to do a full warrior 3 because today we're just kind of going for balance. But I would like you to have your hands on something for balance, on your hips, or down by your side and kind of this like airplane business going on. Totally your choice. We're gonna move slow for 5, and then we're gonna hold it. Move slow for 5, and then hold it. So for this moving slow, all we're gonna do is lean forward as far as you feel comfortable and come back down. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're gonna hold it for 10 seconds, and then we're gonna switch to the other leg. Okay, so hands wherever they need to be, including holding on. And we're going slowly. Don't go faster than me. You can always go slower than me. So we're going for 1. Tap down, reset. 2. Tap down, reset. 3. 4. 5. And we're going to hold it for 10 seconds. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on down. Other side, same thing. Nice, slow, and controlled. Let's go. For 1. Tap down. 2. Tap down. 3. 4. 5. Now we're going to hold it. Come on up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Go with it one more time. Now, second time, if you don't want to tap down, you don't have to. I highly suggest doing so, but if you're like, I got this, Jen, you don't have to tap down. Deep breath, centering, feeling great. Side A, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna hold it. Next one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Second side. Get yourself ready. And let's go for 1. 2. 3, 4, 5. Next one we're holding. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Beautiful. Shake those legs out, move around those ankles. And then we're gonna go into our tree or tree-like posture. My leggings this morning are pretty much a slip and slide. So I think there's pretty much no way I'm doing a tree in the full expression, i.e. up here without holding on. So I'm probably gonna be more down here or maybe here. Don't go on your knee. It just feels so good to be here because that knee just gets into that foot so nice and easy. Just don't. It just pushes laterally on that knee. We don't need that. Why add in potential injury if we don't have to? So we're either here, we're here, we're here, or we're here. 20-second hold, each side, 2 times through. Okay? And then we'll go down to the ground and we'll start cooling down. All right, find the position of your choice. And hands where they need to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Right into the other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Shake it out. I'm gonna go through one more time. I'm gonna count quietly. Second time through, so you can concentrate on something besides my voice. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Get yourself ready. And go. And release. Other side. And go. And release. Beautiful. It's all neat, seated on the ground with our soles of our feet together. So gives everybody a chance to get down to the ground however they want. They can grab some water. And guess what? So we only have like 12 more minutes left. So I'm leaning forward. Balance is done. How did you do? And even if it wasn't your day for balance, don't want that to affect the rest of your workout today or the rest of your morning. Guess what? It wasn't a great balance day. Maybe it's a great day for something else. And since those hips are nice and open, let's try cow leg. So I'm gonna bring my right leg underneath, my left leg on top. And the idea is for knees to go on top of knees, but guess what? It's not gonna get there, and that's totally fine. I'm going to rest my hands where they feel comfortable being. And I would like to try to have both hips in the ground, but I know that realistically, this one that's crossed over is going to be lifted a little bit. But try not to have it be something like this. I'm just breathing here, and if it feels good, you can lean forward a little bit. Come on back. Let's take this left foot off, right foot off, the left leg in. All right, leg on top. Make any adjustments you need to do. See, nowhere near close. It's fine. So I'm up nice and tall first, and then if it feels good, leaning forward. Uncross. Bring your knees in. Big old hug. Drop that head and look straight down and stretch at the back of the neck. Remember, our back is straight. Come on up, bring that right leg in front. Left leg is still hugged in, we're still squeezing. Let's twist. Now this foot that's here, those toes are pointed straight up. Let's twist the other way. Back to the center. Switch those legs out. Giant hug. Remember those toes pointed straight up towards the ceiling. And we're going to twist one way. And we're going to twist the other way. And release. Swing those legs around. So we're sitting back on our heels. And we're going to do some little forearm stretches. So first, arm up, bring that hand down and stretch. And if you want to make our hands into a fist, that will intensify the stretch a bit, so that's an option. And we're going to do the same side. So either fist or not. And then we're really going to release. We're going to take the hands, bring the fingertips towards the back wall. And so we're going to lean forward or back, depending on what we need to feel a stretch in the inner part of our forearm. And release. Okay, so we're going to do lion's breath 5 times. times. And if you haven't done lion's breath, it's weird, it's funky, no one's watching you, I promise. Everyone's gonna see me do this, but no one's gonna see you do this. All you're gonna do is you're gonna make the biggest face and stick your tongue out and go, but you're gonna do that quietly. So you're gonna type of motion. So you're gonna make yourself look like a dragon, like at the top of the steps of a public library or something like that, like angry. But it's basically just a way to stretch out all the face muscles and get out any sort of facial, neck, shoulders anguish. And this is a very easy thing to do when you just need a release. You can very easily kind of, if you're in a home office, just close the door. You can go into the bathroom stall, do it. It's nothing crazy. We're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, make that type of motion. So your hands can be wherever they want to be. We're gonna do 5 of them. Okay? 1, 2, 3. And again. One more. And relax. It's weird, I know, but you know what? It honestly works. Okay, so swing your legs around again. We're gonna lay down on our backs. And we're going to cross our right leg over our left and drop those knees to the right. Our arms are gonna be in a cactus type of position. And we can either look straight up or towards the other wall. Trying to relax those forearms and shoulders as much as possible. Same thing with our lower body. Keep those arms where they are. Take that right leg, uncross it, come back to the center. The left leg over the right, and twist the other way. Release those arms, release those legs. Come on back to the center. Bring one knee out to each side. And then bring your arms overhead, reaching towards the opposite elbow. Relax those knees, relax those hips. And if you have any heat in your body, this is a great way to dissipate it. Relax those glutes. Release those arms. Use them to push your knees together. And we're going to finish off with a tiny little ab exercise. We're going to bring our arms across our chest, and we're going to do 20 crunches, bringing those shoulders slightly off the ground. Starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're halfway. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Lower all the way down, relax. Now, because our arms were across our chest, maybe our neck felt a little sore, but we're getting it. As long as it's not painful, that's what we're going for. Feeling a little worked, totally fine. So let's prep ourselves for Shavasana. So you can put any socks or sweatshirts on, grab a blanket, do whatever you'd like to do for our final 2 minutes together. So on our back, relax, shoulders tucked under, arms out in a nice receiving position. So how did we do today? Do well. Number 1, you finished, so you automatically score 1 point in the win column. Hopefully you got out of practice today what you put into it and what you wanted. And we're going to end class today here in the Shavasana. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you as always. And hopefully I'll see you on Thursday.